I was told I could play 5 seconds of any song I want to on YouTube without getting into any copyright issues. And so I decided to choose this song mainly because of reasons. News! Jumping right into it, the big story today is the government shutdown happening down in the United States today. The federal government has been shut down for 3 days now because Senate Republicans and Democrats were unable to pass a budget bill, due mostly to their differing views on immigration. In the bill, Democrats want protections to the nearly 700,000 DACA recipients, or Dreamers, who are young illegal immigrants who were brought to the United States at a young age and have known no other culture besides the United States and who are kind of worried under the current administration that they are going to be deported. While on the other side, Republicans are arguing for immigration reform, mainly scrapping the lottery system and chain migration, as well as pushing for the wall. The wall. Now, in order to pass this bill, the Senate needs 60 votes. And the Republican Party, which still has the majority, only has 51, so they need to bring 9 Democrats over to their side. However, both sides stayed strong to what they are arguing for, and that's why this shutdown happened in the first place. The Republicans could not get enough Democrat votes in order to pass this budgeting bill, and thus the government shut down. Now, the shutdown is bad, because all federally funded programs, excluding essential services like certain aspects of the military and certain social services, are being shut down as, there's no money being given to these people. They would be going to work without a paycheck. So this is where we are. We're expecting a Senate in the United States that never gets anything done to get some shit done. Look at them go. I believe in you guys. Just before we go any further too, I get wanting to protect the DACA people, and I also get wanting to change the lottery system and chain migration. They're both kind of shitty and shady systems. However, the wall is just so fucking stupid. I can't believe people are actually for this fucking waste of money. Mexico will pay for it. No, they fucking won't. It's gonna be your damn money paying for it. And if you're okay with that, then you're an idiot. I feel like this is just something that Trump yelled out on the campaign trail, and then people wooed for him and cheered for him, and now he feels like this is something he has to do. Donald, you don't have to do this. It's a waste of money. You could spend that money doing other things that are immigration related. Now, all the while this was happening, Mike Pence and Chief Homophobe was over near the Syrian border talking to troops and basically just shitting on Democrats. I bet there's nothing that those troops want to hear more than to hear the vice president of the party in power complain to them about how they can't get shit done. If the government shutdown happens, it'll affect the troops. Well, maybe fucking do something about it. Make them essential service or something. You can do things about this. Both parties waited to the very last moment to deal with this budgeting issue, and look how this is working out, folks. Oh yeah, speaking of other really stupid moves that the Trump administration has done, Mike Pence is now over in Jerusalem to basically say, yeah, we're moving our embassy here. We don't want peace in this region. We want, to do something stupid. I feel like I'm saying stupid a lot this episode, but it's just so stupid. Wow, I got off track. But wait, there's an update. Not to the Mike Pence thing. He can fuck off elsewhere. To the first story I talked about, the government shutdown. It was just announced that Senate leaders Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer reached an agreement where they would revisit the DACA issue, as well as other immigration issues at a later date, and pass this budgeting bill that will give funding to the federal government up until February 8th. That gives them just enough time to not pass a budgeting bill. I have confidence in the government. So yeah, everyone looks like an asshole, and dare I say it, stupid in this situation. So, let's move on. So this last week, there were 2 major events that happened. There was the March for Life and the Women's March. The March for Life was an event where people could come out and express their anti-abortion views, saying that life should be protected and cherished. And this event was actually endorsed by the White House, and Donald Trump himself actually spoke to the demonstrators there. So if you're into that, hey, the president spoke, I hear it was a good turnout, and fuck them liberals. The other march was the Women's March, which in some ways was very much the opposite of the March for Life. These demonstrators were advocating for women's rights to choose to get an abortion, the ending of workplace harassment and sexual harassment, as well as gay and transgender rights. So if you're all about that, hey, I hear it was also a good turnout. Lots of famous people spoke at that one, and fuck the conservatives. So the final thing I want to talk to you all about today is this Stormy Daniels and Donald Trump thing, mostly because I find it kind of hilarious. So the way the story goes is that back in 2011, Stormy Daniels, who is a porn star, did an interview with a magazine where she basically said Donald Trump banged her around the time that Melania Trump had just given birth to Barron Trump. It started off with them meeting on a golf course. He asked her out to dinner. She thought she was going out to dinner. He didn't want dinner. He just wanted to eat in the room. And then they had sex. Hey! Oh yeah, without a condom too. Keep it classy, Donald. Keep it classy. She didn't make the sex seem all that great either. She kind of was like, yeah, he did his thing, and then it was kind of like, okay. That was nice. So clearly they did their thing. Donald Trump cheated on his wife. That doesn't surprise me at all. But the question is, why is this a news story right now? Well, it recently broke that Trump's lawyers paid Stormy Daniels somewhere in the ballpark of $130,000 right before the 2016 election to keep her quiet. And that's a scandal because he's a president now and he cheated on his wife. Big surprise there. Wow. I'm curious to know if everything about him is like that weird orange color or if it's just his face. You know what? No, I don't want to know that. No. So if grabbing by the pussy wasn't bad enough, there's now, here we go, and we started kissing. That's a quote from the article. I wonder if because of this, Stormy Daniels' career has suddenly taken off. Like, maybe she'd kind of gone into, like, a remission all of a sudden. Oh my god, she banged the president! Wow, that's a big deal! I don't even think that's that big a deal. I expect better from Trump at this point. Call me when the scandal is Donald Trump bangs Chuck Schumer. Now that's a scandal I'll care about.